Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be spilling all the hot tea of the gender biases of Rainbow High, or as I like to call it, the mistreatment of the male Rainbow High characters. Now, when you first think of the word sexist, you typically assume the stereotypical Jack, tall, buff big man abusing his girlfriend or wife or something. But what if I told you in this innocent children's show that a case of sexism was going on, and it was the girls mistreating the guys? And here comes my problem with a lot of girl focused children's shows, or at least girl shows, if you know what I mean, in general. They try to push this feminist message, and like they try to do this all guys are douchebags things, the same thing they did with High Guardian Spice. And the most ironic part about all of it is that if this case was in reverse, then people would call it sexist, that they're not treating the women like they are treating the males. But when it's in reverse, it's feminism, no. So basically, today I'm going to be talking about Aiden. I wanted to break everything down quickly and smoothly. So I'm going to start with the guy that started it all, Aiden. Now, from day one, something about Aiden has just been off. Him having less character lines, him just not being there consistently. At first, it was fine because typically the A's weren't really as much as developed in a way characters. They were just kind of there occasionally. And when they were there occasionally, it was just them all speaking in order, like Avery walks in the middle, Ainsley and Aiden are on the side, and then they just like talk in order. Like one person talks, the next person talks, the other person talks, and then they just walk away. So, yeah, back then it was fine. I mean, they were just the clique kind of people, the popular girls. Like, Avery did most of the talking because she was the main popular girl, if you know what I mean. Like, even here in the scene, Avery speaks, Aiden speaks, Ainsley speaks, then Avery speaks again, and then they just kind of walk away. That's kind of their thing. They just kind of walk up to you, I guess. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I actually preferred it would have stayed this way, but like, still, back in the old ye days of Rainbow High, they were just the walk and talk clique. They just stood there, looked pretty, and ran their mouth. It's their job, and they do it well. Anyway, as soon as we start hitting later season 2, it's where we start to get some more gender biases with the A's. We start seeing Ainsley come up more and Aiden kind of mellowing in the background. But we're not there yet, so we'll see. One thing I find ironic is that the fact a piece of evidence from the episodes that I'm using to help support my argument is in the same episode as the Colin episode. And by the way, Colin, you're up next. I'm coming for you, hun. So you can expect that video. But anyway, Colin's like the pinnacle of male mistreatment. Like, what he did was bad. I'll get into it in my video. Anyway, there's also Aiden's inconsistencies, like they're the walk and talk group. So here they are, Ainsley, Avery, and Aiden just waltzing into the class and talking. And this is fine until you realize in the very next scene, Avery and Ainsley are here. But wait, where is Aiden? That's what I mean by inconsistencies. You'll see the three of them all walking one place or whatnot, and then the next exact scene, right next to the scene that they were all just together, he mysteriously disappears. And if you think, oh, well, maybe Aiden's waiting inside the closet, he's nowhere to be found. He's not here at all. And don't even get me started on that cringy episode where they try to pep him up. I mean, like, he isn't even here most of the episode. Like, this episode was supposed to be about Aiden, but it's not about Aiden because Rainbow High couldn't give a damn about guys. Like, we're supposed to care that Avery and Ainsley are fighting in a certain episode, which I'll bring up later. But why are these two doing fist bumps together and having a good time? And why is Ruby getting fashion advice from them, but not Aiden? Where is Aiden? These two always show up and then Aiden is missing. As soon as we get into the midsection of season 2, it's like the A's aren't even a trio anymore. It's just a duo at this point. We barely even see Aiden unless it's for their petty walk where the lights go dark and whatnot. And Aiden started being missing entirely from the series in general. Remember that one episode where Ainsley goes to the secret slumber party society because, oh, she's beefing with Avery? Which is another thing. Why wasn't Aiden invited? He's also one of the coolest kids. Or does the sleepover society just not allow boys in their crew? Like, it's so dumb. Aiden should totally be here, but it's like they just forget his existence. It's ridiculous, honestly. I'm not even gonna get too deep into this episode, but why should we care that Ainsley and Avery are beefing? Why should we care? Why would we care? Why should we care that they're mad at each other if we're not supposed to care that Aiden is out of the picture completely? He could have left school. He could have done anything. He could have self harmed. But oh no, let's just focus on some petty drama between these girls. I am just disgusted. Then they have the complete audacity to just throw Aiden in our face randomly. Like, why is he here all of a sudden? Not saying that I don't want him here, I definitely do, but why is he just randomly here? Why is he only here when it's time for meaningless side talk? Why isn't he ever part of the big plot points like Avery and Ainsley are? Why do you guys pretend like you care when you so clearly don't? Why create a male character in the first place if you're never gonna use him? Why is he here all the time if he's never here for anything important? Why is he just their side lackey? Why is he just standing by them? Why does he do absolutely nothing? And even when we get to the whole Ainsley transferring plot point, we're supposed to put emphasis on Ainsley and Avery. Why is Aiden always there when it's time for worthless side talk and pretty effects of show with them walking in slow motion? Why isn't he ever here for the big plot points? Remember that time when Coco, Ainsley, and Avery were doing a workshop? But wait, who's missing? If you haven't been listening this entire video, then it won't really shock you to know it's Aiden. Why is Aiden never here when the characters, the A's, are actually doing any screenplay? Why isn't he here whenever they're actually talking to other characters? Why isn't he here when it's time to actually be serious? Why is he here just to walk around in his custom and cool jacket and his printed on shirt? Why should we care? He's never here for anything important. They just throw him in our face randomly. Now, for the last time, I like Aiden. And I have nothing wrong with him being in these places. But why isn't he in these places? Why isn't he here? One of the major plot points of Drama in the Wings season 3, episode 9, is the fact that the A's are beefing over what Ainsley did. But why is she not here? We even have this small segment looking at the both of them. You will cry. Why is Aiden not here? Why was he here all the other times that don't hit hard and we're not supposed to care about? All those small, tiny little inconsistencies, those small little blips. But why is he never here when it's something important? When it's something big? Rainbow High, I need you to question yourself. How fair are you actually? How fair are you to your male characters? This is just the first episode. I'll be back and I'll be in more depth.